Hi, I'm at Jumeirah. It's one of my favorite places. It's a beach, and I can hear the waves. It kind of makes me feel like, the sound or the noise of waves is like the ocean speaking to us. Anyways, it really helps me think to sit in a quiet corner like this and just listen to myself. Part of my thinking process today, I thought of a very important thing. A question, in fact, that I asked myself and that I want to ask you people too. Do we want to be the best version of what we are? Yes, of course. How do we achieve it? Let me give you the answer. To achieve that, you need to do some self actualization. Once you actualize your real self, you will use your real potential and you will change yourself and the things around you and the world. Just about everything. So, why don't we all do some self actualization? No. There's a long road to that. There's a journey and there's a lot of steps in between. Let me guide you through these steps carefully, slowly, and gradually because it's not something that you can achieve in just one day. Well, it starts with just asking yourself a very simple question. Are you even self conscious? Now, what does it mean? Nothing complicated. It means, are you even conscious about yourself? Do you even question yourself if what you're doing, if you're going towards the right way, on the right track, or not? So just ask yourself. And if the answer is yes or no, start observing yourself. Self observation is the first step to go towards self actualization. Observe yourself, see what you've been doing, see what are the choices that you have made, why you have made, where have you been, what are the people that you've been hanging out, what are the ideas that cross your mind. And the beauty about self observation is that it brings some change by itself. So the moment you start observing yourself, you actually start changing yourself. Self observation is vital because it lets you towards the realization of the necessity of self change. I just told you that self observation itself brings some change, but that change is not enough. So, what do you need to do is that you need to go deeper than just touching the surface. You need to go deep inside your personality, your actions, the past you had, the history you had, and you need to see what have you been doing, who you are actually. And a very crucial part, a very important part while doing self-observation is to know how do you verify yourself. Self-verification. There has been tons of researches about it, theories about it, competing theories about it. Self-verification is very important. You need to know how you verify yourself, positive or negative. Do you have a high self-esteem, which is positive self-verification, or do you have a really low self-esteem? Now, why is it important to know if it's negative or positive? Because whatever side it is, it affects your choices in the present and in the future. If you verify yourself as a positive self, well, you seek towards more positive people. You're open to ideas, you're open to different things. But if you verify yourself as a negative, you just tend to make partnership and friendship and get close and do interactions with other negative people. Because what happens when you verify yourself as a negative, you have a low self-esteem, you think bad about yourself, and then you feel bad about yourself. And if you see any positive people, you don't interact with them because you think they will reject you. So you try to stay away from them, which is totally against the idea of developing yourself into a positive way. Because if you reject interacting with positive people, how are you going to inherit any of the positive characteristics from those positive people? So it is very important to verify yourself. And once you have verified yourself, even if you have verified yourself as a positive or a negative, in both the cases, you need to do some self-enhancement. Now, you might want to ask me a question that if I was, God forbid, verified myself as a negative, of course, I needed some self-enhancement. But what if I verified myself as a positive? What if I'm already happy with myself? Well, even in that case, you need to do some self enhancement, or you need to take steps towards self enhancement, because if you are fully happy with yourself, which a human can never be, you would never have in the first place asked yourself the question if you're conscious and start some self observation, self verification. It definitely means that there is an empty hole. That empty hole is making you think all these things. So once you know, you move towards self enhancement. And there's many different things you can do. You can look at the positive things that have given you positive outcome, or the outcome that you wanted to, and you can practice those things more. And you can also see the negative things, or the things that you thought were positive but gave you a negative outcome, and you can just delete those things from your life. And if not delete, just find a better way to do them. Certain things are unavoidable. So if they're unavoidable, no need to just fight them until you lose, or until you lose your stamina. So it's better to find a better way. And soon as you start with self-enhancement, and you happen to be happen to begin being successful with self-enhancement, a very good thing that you achieve along the way is self-regulation. Now you know, you are aware of the kind of person you are. You're aware of the kind of person you should be. You're aware of the kind of steps that you need to take, and you are aware of the kind of decisions not to take, or the places not to be, or the people not to hang out with. And knowing all this, you have gained a self regulatory control. You can regulate yourself, you can regulate your decision, you can regulate your ideas, your thoughts, you can regulate yourself of where you sit, who are the people that you are going to interact with. And you can regulate yourself, making yourself doing things that leads only to the positive, not the negative. And once you start regulating yourself, and you regulate yourself for quite some time, it's not a slow process, not a shortcut. You really got to give yourself some time. Don't be hard on yourself. And once you regulate yourself for quite some time, as I said, you, my friend, have achieved self-actualization. Self-actualization. And once you have achieved that, you can drive the ship of your consciousness at its full capacity. Because self-actualization is the fulfillment of your talents, of your capabilities, of what you have, and what you can, and what you can do, and what you can deliver. That is self-actualization. I am on the journey towards self-actualization. And I think there's nothing stopping you to be on the way, on the same journey. So come along, let's help each other and achieve self-actualization, so we can reach our full capacity, so we can contribute to ourselves, the people around us, so we can contribute to the positive people around us, and we can also contribute to the negative people around us and make them, turn them into positives as well. And also, we would be able to contribute to the society, the world, and the mankind itself. That is the message for tonight. You can find different references, different links, theories on these subjects. Feel free to research about it. It is as deep a topic as you go. So good luck on the journey towards self-actualization, and towards the level where you can drive the ship of your consciousness at its full capacity. Good luck.